Hello, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday Night Football. We're coming to you from the SCG. This is a round one match between Sydney and Brisbane.
These sides both featured last week in opening round. One had a win, while the other was left disappointed to start their season with a loss.
Now it's time for the players to take to the field. Daniel Harper joins me.
Many have given them credit for. And if they can take the game on and give their forwards enough supply, they're every chance.
Thanks for those insights, Harp. The two captains are in the middle. Time for the coin toss.
The Lions of 2003 were aiming for a three-peat of premierships, but they had to go via the Swans in Sydney in a preliminary final. When the Swans closed to within 3 points at the final change, with all the momentum, it seemed the Lions might be about to be overrun. However, their final quarter was nothing short of emphatic, as they banged on 6-0 to triumph by 44 points, 14-16 to 8-8. Martin Pike and Alistair Lynch booted 3 goals each. The win set up a mouthwatering grand final rematch with Collingwood as the Lions aim for a rare piece of football history.
The Rucks staring each other down. Grundy wins the first tap. Mills, he's drawn a crowd.
He was optimistic if he thought he could break that tackle.
Grundy showing his skills. Goulden stripped of it. Great smother. That's poor play. Neal caught. Dropped it like a hot potato. Draper, Dunkley. Inspired by the round ball code. Hipwood, Cameron getting involved. He's missed a soda.
Gee, he'll be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
Blakey tasked with the kick in. If you don't wish to watch a replay, look away now. That's great footy.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
He's completely shanked it. He gets a point for it, but I'm not sure he deserves one.
The equivalent of dropping a dolly of a catch in cricket. No good.
It's a dreadful moment. A giveaway in front of goal.
If he can nail this first shot at goal, he might just be in for a big day.
He fancies his chances, but he hasn't managed to bend that one back far enough.
They're pushing hard here, but they need some reward.
Blakey to bring it in. Hapley on a lead. He's generally a good kick. McInerney has found some space. Sizes up what's ahead. The Swans are out of trouble. He might have thought about the corridor. Hapley in the clear. They're moving the footy well here. Useful hand pass. Drop punt. That'll be a goal. Never in doubt.
It's always good for the confidence to see that first shot go straight through.
The Swans on the board early. Grundy wins the tap. Warner, they've put themselves under pressure. The kick was centimetre perfect. Takes the logical option. Berry, can he give them the lead? No, he can't.
He'll be disappointed. That was one he would have expected to convert.
Taking no risks with the kick in. Good tackle. You asked for it, you got it. He's caught, and he's done for holding the ball.
Not enough talk out there, it seems. He's currently the #1 ranked player on the ground, and now he's got a chance to hit the scoreboard.
The Lions will be in front of his accurate. He is.
He had the opportunity to put them in front. That's exactly what he's done. Lovely finish.
Three lead changes now. Grundy with the tap. Warner, Mills, Rowbottom. The defenders will be nervous. Hapley drops into the hole and marks. Can anyone get to the drop zone? Curnow uses the body well.
Just has to bend this around the body.
From the pocket, looks good, is good.
They're obviously going to try and funnel a lot of ball through him today, and why wouldn't they?
That's a fourth lead change. The big men fly. Mills runs onto it. Warner fighting hard. Bailey, all alone in the centre square. Neat little stab kick. Wanting to get on with the job. Going for territory. Hamling tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Mills, it's a tough game.
They're tackling with great intent.
Grundy wins it down.
It's not a fair fight. Neither side able to clear the footy.
Grundy got his palm to it. Good ruck work and good roving too. Amati! That one was always his. Goulden working hard and presenting well. Amati had his name written all over it.
What's he got on offer?
Ignoring the corridor for now. He doesn't waste many. Goulden
In the clear on centre wing.
McDonald is the man on the spot, and he's marked. Mills on the end of it. They are cutting them up with their ball movement.
He could put the finishing touch on a fine passage of play.
Set sail for home, and he has delivered.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Swans were underdogs coming in, but they look anything but in the early going. McCluggage reads the tap well, comes free in the tackle, probing ball. That's a strong mark. Grundy sets a task for the forwards. Who's front and centre? Zorko, good vision there. Gardner, and they're out of trouble. Sees something he likes, doesn't often waste it. McInerney takes an excellent grab. The Lions guarding the corridor. Roberts on centre wing is marked. The Swans have started well. Rowbottom, dangerous to leave on his own. That's skillful. Campbell got to the right position and hung on. Andrews spoils and will have a throw in.
It's been a free-flowing game so far. Both sides would like to better restrict each other's ball movement, though.
The two big men do battle. Rowbottom will take some stopping. Bailey, great hands there. That's good aggressive footy. Payne gets the kick away. Who can run onto this and pump it forward? He couldn't get his fist or foot to it.
He tried to do too much, not for the first time.
He's made a bright start. Centre square, loose ball. Rayner has a paddock in front of him. Decides to go. Goes for home. He doesn't miss many, and that is no exception.
They'll be looking for more of that. If they get it, they'll be in front in no time.
Good match so far. Grundy wins the tap. Mills, Warner, taken to ground. The fans will be happy to see this. That's holding the footy.
He bit off more than he could chew there.
McCluggage, it sits, and he's in business. Bailey, Allen, going for goal, flirting with the post. Will wait on the goal umpire. Only one behind.
Guess he'll be taking shots on the training track next week.
Blakey brings it back in. He just dropped it.
And they can rebound here with advantage pay.
Rowbottom pushes into space and receives the footy. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Normally delivers, honours the lead. Spearing pass, thumped away. Warner, they have absolutely spifflicated him. Amati, clever kick. Heaney, strong grab.
He doesn't miss many, so you wouldn't think this would pose any problems.
Goes for the check side. Yes, that is so skillful.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
So the underdogs throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing. Warner just had to get it out. Rowbottom throws it on the boot. Amati looms large as usual. Curnow, no one's gone near him, and he could make them pay.
I'll back him to drive this right through the high diddle-diddle.
The crowd noise tells you all you need to know.
That never looked like missing. It was a textbook finish.
The Swans look keen to atone for last week's loss. Grundy with the tap. Warner, terrific tackle. Can he hit a target? Anyone's ball. Draper, toe poking it forward. Time to turn on the Jets. Allen. Warner is calm in a crisis. Gives away a free and the moment passes. Lowers the eyes. Hapley, that's good work rate. Can he impose himself on the match? Melican, he's taken a beauty. They're playing with purpose and poise. Warner outbodied his opponent and took a ripper. McLean can keep it moving. They're all over them early. Seizes the moment. Great play. Rowbottom. Roberts. Can he find a teammate? Good disciplined defence. Zorko only knows one way. He's hit up the lead. That's a useful ball. Dunkley has charged into space. Payne delivers to centre half forward. Draper gets to the front spot. McCluggage. He's in the clear, so he'll have a bounce. Quick snap is off target.
That would have really helped them get their teeth into this match. They've been second best so far.
Blakey to bring it back in. Hapley. It's a good old-fashioned gang tackle. Wasn't a great kick. They've turned it over. They're desperate today. Grundy takes a beauty. You can see their confidence growing. Cleary wins the contest hands down. Rowbottom working hard and being rewarded. McLean gets to the front spot and can line them up.
The Swans have certainly looked a better side. They'll be hard to catch.
Drop punt and he has put it away.
They're much more potent when he's clunking marks and kicking goals.
It's a comfortable margin, but they wouldn't want to rest on their laurels. The Lions will be disappointed because what they spoke about during the week hasn't come to pass. They'll need to make changes. Now for some analysis from Gary Lyon.
The Lions might find this difficult to turn around. I don't think they brought the right attitude, and their opponents now have not only the template for knocking them off, but also great belief. If there was any complacency coming in, that's gone now.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. Grundy, just for something different. Onto the non-preferred. McInerney with a chance to run. Hapley can just about finish it himself. This is champagne footy. They've picked their way through. Campbell has a vice-like grip.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
Snap around the body. It's there.
The Lions have to try something different, or this game could be well gone by half-time.
The Lions are on the precipice. They desperately need to ignite. Grundy has been dominant in the ruck. Cleary, Warner. Lester is there to thwart that play. Good hands. Hapley runs onto it. They've turned it over. Lays it off. Dunkley, they're building something dangerous here. Ashcroft on a lead. Allen, he's having a crack, but that looks like another behind. They've been wasteful.
He's missed a couple now. Might just bring a few doubts into his head.
Taking no risks with the kick in. McInerney read it well and claims the mark. Taking time to assess the options. Is that holding the ball? The Swans have been caught on the hop. Straight in the back. Simple decision for the umpire. And they're away. Good work rate. Takes the short option. They're moving the footy well here. Ignoring the corridor for now. Payne got a fist in. McCarthy, Zorko in the right spot. The kick is precise. Breaks the line. Can he be the fire starter? It must be his birthday. Warner works hard to present. The Swans are red hot at the moment. He's normally better than that.
Off the side of the boot, hand out on the full.
Great pressure and ultimately rewarded.
Probing ball. That's a bit of a gift.
What's he got on offer?
Banging it back in.
Not the required 15 metres.
Rayner.
Chance for a goal here. He's miskicked it, and he hasn't even scored.
Good kick. Rowbottom. All on his own. The Swans are playing some great footy. Hapley has found some space. Picking their way through. Roberts makes position. Doesn't often waste it. Zorko read it well on centre wing and can pump them back into attack. That hand pass was telegraphed.
That's commitment to the cause.
Good tackle.
He seemed completely unaware of the company he had.
He's having a word with the umpire and he may just have a point.
Ashcroft is in a better position. Fletcher in some space now.
Quick snap is off target.
Coming from behind is difficult, but it's even more difficult if you can't kick those.
The Swans
Are struggling to transition the footy.
Hamling. Ashcroft with the smother. Maybe that can lift them.
It's loose inside the 50.
Allen. Ashcroft in the thick of it as ever. Dunkley. A goal-scoring opportunity may have gone begging there. Gets his kick despite the heat. Malikan. Tidy ball. Good thinking and good execution too. Can they get something going? Manages to find a teammate. That's skillful. Warner fumbles. Could be costly. Allen. Slick hands. Well done. Forward they go again. Seizes the moment. Hipwood is the beneficiary of some fine ball movement. Ashcroft. It's a goal.
A real opportunist goal there. He doesn't need a lot of the footy to make an impact.
The Lions haven't played great footy, but they're hanging in there. Grundy.
It's a masterclass in ruck work.
Cleary. Warner. Hapley. Feeling the heat. He just keeps racking up disposals. McInerney swoops. Met solidly.
He'll be picking grass out of his teeth after that. They appeal for holding the ball, and the umpire agrees.
He's not hiding his annoyance, but I think he's more upset with himself than with the umpire.
Zorko hasn't seen a lot of it. Rayner drops into the hole and marks.
One behind only.
If they lose this match, bad kicking at goal will be the #1 reason.
Can they finally get it into their forward line?
Hipwood trying to bring the Crummers into play. Lohman sees an opportunity and plays on. It's there!
How good was that finish under pressure? He's such a classy player.
The Lions are back in business. Grundy
Continues to have his way.
He's not one to take a backward step. Dunkley, dangerous to leave on his own. Fletcher, Allen. Accuracy and distance might both be problems here. He's missed.
Gee, he'd be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
Blakey with the footy. Quality delivery by foot. Can he hit a target? It's a dreadful mistake. The Swans have to force a contest. Mills runs onto it.
No arguments there.
Searching kick. They've opened them up here. They'll take the patient approach.
Got to go now.
Ashcroft had some assistance. McCarthy. He's put the foot down. Can he impose himself on the match? Great footy. They're hard to stop when they move the ball like that.
Well, if you give him room inside 50, you'll pay more often than not.
The Lions have come storming back into it.
Same old, same old.
Warner, it's a tough game. Shaves the grass with that one. Centre square, loose ball. Must get this out. You asked for it, you got it.
The lift door's closed on him, and he's gone.
He tried to do too much, not for the first time.
Bailey, they've moved it well and given themselves a good look here. Rowbottom gets back and should be able to see off the danger. Payne, caught. Dropped it like a hot potato. Hapley, McLean. Not his finest moment. Can he find a teammate? He's been called to play on. Ashcroft, Gardner, comes free in the tackle. Heaney, great play. Andrews,
Doing what he does best.
Cleary, Runs towards goal and slams it through for a six-pointer.
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
The Swans are really taking it to them today. The big men fly. Warner on the same page as his ruck. Who can run onto this and pump it forward? Normally delivers. You can't afford to do that too often. Payne, Fletcher, he just dropped it. Stripped of the footy. Can't afford to give it back in the corridor. Got the handball away. Ashcroft, Draper has worked hard to present. Bailey going for goal, flirting with the post. Will wait on the goal umpire. Only one behind.
That'll be on his mind the next time he gets the footy within range.
Taking no risks with the kick in. His field kicking is normally first rate. That's well played. He's completely miscued that.
Mistakes are perfectly acceptable, except for the ones made under no pressure.
He's been quiet. Anyone's ball. He had prior opportunity.
Not enough talk out there, it seems.
What's he got on offer? He might have thought about the corridor. Punched that like he meant it. Zorko. He's been dispossessed. Grundy pounces. That's a strong mark. Takes the logical option. Mills. McDonald. Too big, too strong, too good.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
No trouble at all, and they've skipped clear.
I'll have to watch him more closely than that. He's deadly around goal.
The Swans with two on the bounce. Grundy could do this with his eyes closed. Warner seizes the moment. Campbell, whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Amati is so strong one-on-one.
It's not a gimme goal, but certainly one that should be kicked.
Drop punt looks good. He's got it.
You have to show him more respect than that, or he'll hurt you on the scoreboard.
The Lions will be hearing alarm bells right about now. Grundy has had his measure today. Warner, bad error there. He'll work all day. Fletcher, sloppy hands and they've turned it over. What can they build here? Bouncing ball. Dunkley gathers. Will the ump call that back? No. Fletcher, neat little worm burner. Ashcroft. The major interval is upon us. Lots to debate and discuss during the halftime break for fans, commentators and coaches alike. Time for some more insights from Gary on the boundary.
The Swans aren't all that keen on handballing, and why would they be when you're winning so many contested marks? It's a bit of a rinse and repeat scenario at the... moment. Win ball, kick ball, mark ball. It's monotonous but mightily effective, and I think we have to expect it to continue because the opposition just don't seem to have any way of counteracting it. If what you're doing is working, you'd be silly to change it, no matter how bored the rest of us might get.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. Payne at centre halfback. Loman. They're a big chance here. Punched away. Berry. Was that a legal disposal? McCartan takes the hand pass. The Swans are playing some great footy. Mills is hard to beat one-on-one. McDonald, he picked his pocket. Wilmot getting involved. He's gone. Fort accepted the invitation. Warner spoils, farms it out. Loman gathers. They need a spark. Decides to go. Manages to get off a handball. McCluggage. He's just dropped the footy and the ump has no choice.
Took too long there and coughs up what could have been a shot on goal.
That's a useful ball. The kick was centimetre perfect. He doesn't waste many. Cleary! Great body work. They're playing with purpose and poise. Blakey has charged into space. They can smell victory. Mills can keep it moving.
What's he got on offer? They've got time to put the kettle on.
Andrews marks on the last line of defence. The Lions
Have been out of sorts.
Gardner, all on his own. Good kick. He's hit up the lead. That's skillful. McCluggage presents in space. Berry couldn't burst through.
There are only two ways you can dispose of it, and he did neither.
His annoyance can only be with himself for a lack of awareness.
Amati is the target, and he marks.
His last shot found the middle. Can he double his money?
The Swans look like running away with it. There's another.
They're much more potent when he's clunking marks and kicking goals.
The Lions really need to respond now. Grundy
This is getting monotonous.
dealt with the pressure. Neil, I don't think he meant to smother it. McCluggage, Rayner is in the clear and marks uncontested. Alarm bells are ringing. They desperately need a goal. Lace out. Great footy. Luck's a fortune. It'll be a goal anyway.
That was almost like a training drill. Such was the ease with which they constructed that goal.
The goals are coming thick and fast. This is great to watch. Grundy,
He is simply too good.
McCluggage,
Tries to take them on and loses.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there.
Coleman, quick kick towards centre half forward.
It's eluded him.
The pickup is superb. Lohman, he's everywhere at the moment. Here's a big chance to peg back the margin. It's hard to defend ball movement like this.
It's a bad miss.
They're within striking distance, but they need to make the most of their shots on goal.
Lloyd, tasked with the kick in. Ashcroft drops into the hole and marks. That typifies their performance. McCarthy,
They're tackling with venom today.
Grundy,
He's worth his weight in gold.
Lohman, Neil, desperate defence. That's not coming out, and it'll be the umpire's ball deep inside 50. Grundy
Is teaching him a lesson.
Rowbottom can't afford to panic. McInerney claims the advantage and can shoot at goal.
The kick's gone nowhere.
He's lost it. Hamling, Warner, he's got support. Goulden, stripped of it. That could prove costly. Fletcher,
He couldn't miss this, could he? He hasn't, but he's lucky he wasn't any further out.
That's a bit of a freebie. You can't afford to turn the ball over like that.
the Lions,
We're on the rack, but it's been a quality response from them.
Grundy,
Just for something different.
Warner, McLean, working hard and presenting well. Searching kick. He's normally better than that. Lohman is calm in a crisis. McCluggage,
100% effort.
Andrews, they've put themselves under pressure. Wicks, steadies, drop punt, goal!
You turn the ball over there, you've got to expect to pay the price.
The Swans by 18. Grundy has been dominant in the ruck. Neil, Fletcher, kicks to space. Allen, dangerous to leave on his own. Berry, what's he got on offer? This is good ball movement. Into the pocket he goes. Hipwood has a way of drawing the footy. Quick snap, and that's a goal!
They've been guilty of some questionable decision-making today, but not on that occasion. That was much better footy.
So the margin back to 2 straight kicks. They might as well not have a ruck.
Cleary, competing fiercely. Breaks the line.
A few players stop, but advantage has been paid.
He's struggled to make an impact to this point. Gardner says thank you very much. McCluggage has it on a string. Coleman, Fletcher with a chance to run.
His hand passing is a weapon.
McCluggage, the Lions looking dangerous. Fort, how's the kick? Nothing wrong with that.
Great team goal. If they keep playing like that, they won't be behind for long.
The Lions will not lie down. Grundy has rucked tirelessly. Warner, he's lost possession. Lohman, Neil. Roberts wins it back. Great mark. Honours the lead. Clever kick. Good work rate. Can he find a teammate? They're moving the footy well here. Doesn't often waste it. Goulden couldn't complete the mark. Taken to ground. We've got a whistle. Umpire's ball. Grundy punches it out of the ruck. McCluggage couldn't get an effective disposal. Warner, McInerney, Curnow. Got to get it on quickly. Rowbottom. This should be a goal. Big chance. And he does not let them down. The Swans are taking it right up to their more fancied opponents. The big men fly like Batman and Robin. Wilmot cuts it off. He loves to run and carry. Centre square, loose ball. Allen, Lohman, well-weighted kick. That's well played. Berry hasn't seen a lot of it. Rayner has it within range. McCarthy demanded the footy and got it. Cameron is in a better position. He's kicked a goal. The distance is the only problem.
Better ball movement on that occasion allowed them to open up that opportunity in front of goal, and they've got full reward for it.
One kick game again.
Grundy continues to have his way. McCluggage, Lohman. Fletcher hunting the footy. Can he impose himself on the match? Leaves it behind. And they're out of trouble. Quality delivery by foot. A good kick here and they'll be in business. McInerney outbodied his opponent and took a ripper. Curnow unable to complete the mark. Wilmot in the right spot at the right time. Can't keep hold of it. Berry. He's had little impact so far. Foot race on the wing. Lohman. This is promising. Showing some dare. A second bounce. Closed him down and smothered the kick. He stopped in his tracks. Lohman. Desperate to win it back. Allen. That's good work rate. McCluggage. That has to hurt. Payne. Just shoveled it out. Gardner. What can he do with it? Neal has drifted forward and marked. Fletcher. He's completely shanked it and ended up missing everything. Conservative kick. Goulden marks in the back pocket. That's a useful ball. Slips through his fingers. Grundy collects the half volley. McCartan. McInerney. Campbell. He's taken a beauty. The Swans look well drilled. Rowbottom has a vice-like grip. They're a big chance here. McDonald is like a magnet in that forward line. Amati marks inside 50 and can have a shot.
The Swans with a late chance.
Looks good. He's steered it through.
That's what happens when you leave players in space inside 50. It's going to hurt you on the scoreboard.
How important might that goal turn out to be? Grundy could do this with his eyes closed. Rowbottom managed to get a handball away. Cleary. McCluggage leads his opponent. Berry. It's a deep kick. Cameron. Right spot, right time.
A question of accuracy, and he should be able to answer in the affirmative.
It's on line. Will it have the carry? He's got another one.
A contested mark and goal, exactly what the doctor ordered.
That was a huge goal in the shadows of three-quarter time. Grundy has had his measure today. Rowbottom, Cleary. Turns it over in the middle. Knew where the help was. Lohman. What a game he's having. Ashcroft. That's a big play. Hipwood is the man on the spot and he's marked. It's there.
I'll have to watch him more closely than that. He's deadly around goal.
Three-quarter time and an upset is brewing. How's your tipping going?
What's happening down there, Gary?
It's been an absorbing contest. Every time you think one side might be about to break it open, the other comes back. They'll both keep backing their systems, but it might ultimately come down to who holds their nerve better. This should be a ripping last quarter.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary.
Grundy with a deft tap.
Cleary. He's been accosted.
He's everywhere at the moment.
Bouncing ball.
Rowbottom, McInerney, Mills. Amati is a beacon in that forward line.
He's been striking them well. This shouldn't present any problems.
There goes the kick, and he's put it through.
Great composure there to go back and coolly slot the go-ahead goal.
The Swans by a kick. Grundy,
It's been a mighty performance.
Cleary, spills out in the tackle. Turnover in the middle. This could hurt. Curnow is hard to beat one-on-one. Who's at home? Mills, onto it in a flash. He's kicked a goal.
How good was that finish under pressure? He's such a classy player.
The Swans having a good patch. Grundy,
It's a masterclass in ruck work.
Mills, McInerney in the right spot.
Looking to hit up the short option.
Ineffective kick. That's a bit of a waste. The Lions on the ball now. Fort, he just dropped it. Ashcroft, Dunkley working hard and being rewarded. He will surely make this count. Hipwood is in the clear and marks uncontested. McCarthy getting involved. It's there.
A real opportunist goal there. He doesn't need a lot of the footy to make an impact.
Neither side giving an inch. What a contest we're seeing.
We thought this would be a good duel in the ruck.
McLean.
Sloppy disposal and a turnover. There are only two ways you can dispose of it, and he did neither.
Did he actually make slight contact with the ball?
Searching kick. Campbell has got in behind them and can run into an open goal.
Bread and butter, you'd think.
Campbell, he's been off the boil so far, but that'll make him feel better.
He hasn't had a big impact, but he's still found a way to kick a couple.
The Swans have got it out to 2 goals. McLean, he is simply too good. Can't afford to give it back in the corridor. That's a strong mark. Bailey, normally creative. Allen, here's a big chance. Can he take it? No, he's missed.
They dodged a bullet there. They might not be so lucky next time.
Blakey, tasked with the kick in. McLean works hard to present. Tidy ball. The Swans are out of trouble. What's he got on offer? He's generally a good kick.
Punched that like he meant it.
Lloyd, Rowbottom. Should have done better. Gardner saves the day again. Takes the logical option. The Lions with a chance here.
How did he get rid of it? Illegally, says the ump.
Normally delivers.
Who's got the wheels? It's a good old-fashioned gang tackle. He couldn't get rid of it. They wanted holding the ball, but nothing doing.
McLean is teaching him a lesson. Mills stripped of the footy. Rowbottom, Dunkley threw himself at it. Dangerous place to lose it. Warner, Wicks runs in and bangs it home.
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
The Swans with the past 2 goals. McLean,
He's worth his weight in gold.
Warner, it's come unstuck. Sees something he likes. Doesn't often waste it. That's a good option, and this looks promising. McLean gets in the way. McDonald goes without it. Out of the congestion. Closed him down. The kick is precise. You can see their confidence growing. McDonald read it well and claims the mark. Going for territory. He needed a cleaner pair of hands. Curnow with an opportunity. Wicks, Goulden gets on the end of it. That's great footy. They're looking good. Zorko tries to spike it out of the danger zone. How will the umpire see this?
Didn't take the first option, and he's been penalised.
He's having a word with the umpire, and he may just have a point.
Ashcroft can keep it moving. Fort through the centre square he goes. He's off. Uses his pace to great effect. They've moved it well and given themselves a good look here. McCarthy has it within range. Here's a goal. Oh no, what's he done?
You can't blame the midfielders for dropping their heads after that.
Lloyd to bring it back in.
No time like the present.
He's put the foot down. Draper, he's put it through.
They've got to find a way to get him into the game. We know how damaging he can be.
The Swans by 10 points. McLean has been dominant in the ruck. McCluggage, Ashcroft.
Time to turn on the Jets.
Roberts is calm in a crisis. That's a dreadful hand pass. Seizes the moment. Decides to go.
I think he's forgotten which end of the ground he's at.
That's strange. Did he forget where he was?
Back into play. Fort couldn't mark, so he brings it to ground. McCarthy, lace out. Great footy. Hipwood appreciates that delivery. Draper, the Lions are good with their hands. Rampy in the pocket. Can he find a teammate? Rowbottom, strong grab. Warner in the clear. Well-weighted kick. McInerney has found some space. Ignoring the corridor for now. Turned over on centre wing. Careful ball movement. Fort with a chance to run. Zorko. Look at the desperation. The Swans have won it back. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Wicks. McInerney under pressure. Warner. Well played. What's he got on offer? Inside 50 with the kick. Payne couldn't finish what he started. Coleman gets to it first. Andrews takes a potentially goal-saving mark on the last line of defence. Probing ball. Good work rate. Neat little worm burner. Ashcroft all on his own. Allen. Payne doesn't want to turn it over there. Coleman pushes into space and receives the footy. McCluggage. That sloppy play and it could come back to bite. McLean. Coleman spoils. McCluggage should be in the votes today. Dunkley. The ump calls play on. Bailey throws it on the boot. They're keeping the ball well. Drives it inside the forward 50. Ashcroft has a way of drawing the footy. Spearing pass. He probably should have hand passed. Draper. He's lost it. Hamling. Ever reliable. His field kicking it is normally first rate. Quality delivery by Foot. They'll contest in the centre square. Wilmot picks it off. That's poor kicking. Is anyone home? He would have fancied his chances from there. Ashcroft. McLean absorbs the pressure. The Lions will have one eye on the clock. McLean. This is getting monotonous. Heaney. Inspired by the round ball code. Draper. Caught. Dropped it like a hot potato. McCartan. Roberts. Zorko. Intercepts. Fletcher. He's lost possession. Off the ground. Neal. Provides some run. Hipwood. Marks. That's hard to stop. He's missed it.
Accuracy in front of goal is so important, particularly in a close game.
Can they finally get it into their forward line?
He's hit up the lead. And they're away. They're moving the footy well here. Good kick. Zorko. We've seen that before. Draper charges onto it. That's a useful ball. Fletcher has worked hard to present. McCarthy, dangerous to leave on his own. Here's a big chance to peg back the margin.
Cameron is the man on the spot, and he's marked.
This to keep them alive and set up a grandstand finish.
Heads for home. It's close. What does the goal umpire say? 6 points.
Well, they've given themselves a chance to pinch this match. It would be highway robbery.
They're hanging on for dear life. Important clearance here. Rowbottom. Got to go quickly. Time running out. Curnow. Can he hit a target? In no man's land. Fletcher wins the race. Gets the kick away. Mills leads his opponent. McInerney.
I've liked his game today.
Wicks.
They've given it back.
Fought his way through it. Draper.
In some space on the wing. The Swans claim 4 vital points in the race to September. What a match that was, Half. What did you make of it?
The Lions will rue that. They had their opportunities but weren't quite good enough to take advantage. There'll be plenty of learnings for them and they'll be looking for improvement ahead.
Okay then, I'm sure we'll be hearing plenty more in the next couple of days. Thanks, Half.
Thanks for joining us. Hope you can be with us again for the next match. Until then, it's bye for now.
You